What's the funniest way skipping class was the best decision you made? I was sitting in third period history when Nolan texted me. Skipping. New burger spot downtown. You in? Normally I'm the kid who shows up even when I'm half dead with the flu. But Mr. Hendricks was playing a documentary we'd already watched twice. Not even a good documentary. It was one of those, here's a guy in a sweater explaining the Renaissance for 40 minutes situations. So I told Mr. Hendricks I had to go to the nurse. He didn't even look up. I walked straight past the front office like I was on a mission from God and met Nolan in the parking lot. We drove to Bernie's Burgers. This new place everyone kept hyping up on Instagram. Ordered way too much food. I'm talking double cheeseburgers, fries, onion rings, milkshake, the works. We sat down in a booth near the back, living our best rebellious lives. That's when the door opened. And in walked Principal Morrison. My soul left my body. Nolan choked on a fry. We both froze like we'd just been caught robbing a bank. There was no hiding. The restaurant was tiny, and he was walking straight toward us. I was already planning my expulsion speech in my head. But then he sat down at the table right next to us, with a woman, not his wife. I know because I've seen his wife at school events. And this was not her. He didn't even glance at us, just sat down, smiled at this lady, and started talking like he wasn't supposed to be at school running a building full of teenagers. Nolan and I made eye contact. The kind of eye contact that says, we are in possession of nuclear information. We didn't say a word, just sat there, chewing in complete silence, trying not to make any sudden movements. Principal Morrison ordered a burger, laughed at something the woman said, touched her hand across the table. This man was on a date during school hours. We finished our food as fast as humanly possible and got out of there like the building was on fire. The second we pulled back into the school parking lot, Nolan turned to me and said, we're either legends or dead. Turns out, we were legends, because the moment I walked back into the building, the vice principal was standing in the hallway doing attendance checks. Mr. Hendricks had reported me missing. She looked at me like I'd just committed a felony. Where were you? I could have lied, could have said I was sick, or my grandma called, or I got abducted by aliens, but I didn't. I just said, I saw Principal Morrison at Bernie's Burgers downtown during lunch. Her face went completely blank, like her brain had to reboot. She stared at me for a solid 5 seconds, then said, go back to class. That was it. No detention, no phone call home, nothing. The next day, Mr. Hendricks got an email saying attendance checks were under review. I never got in trouble. Principal Morrison avoided eye contact with me for the rest of the year.